in TNT, and apparently that is happening in the other countries in the CARICOM. So security matters will be another very major matter. And of course, there is a matter with respect to the Secretary General. I suppose that may come up at this meeting as well. We had a great opening last night. We were very welcomed here by the people of St. Lucia, Prime Minister and Government of St. Lucia. They gave us a great show when we were driving in, and we feel very welcome in this country. I think the people are very similar to people from Trinidad and Tobago. We talk a lot, we smile a lot, we make a lot of jokes. So I feel very much at home here in St. Lucia. We look forward to the rest of the days. And to you all back home, I miss you very much. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Right. So that's the Prime Minister there. She given us some information as to what they will be discussing, or some of the things that she will be discussing at this 51st meeting of CARICOM. Moving on from that, we also have the Pantran-Bego issue. Well, not Pantran-Bego issue, but the Silver Stars and the police issue. And you all remember yesterday we spoke about this. We do not have any information on it. All we have now in the headlines is that Pantran-Bego reaffirms support for Silver Stars PAN players. And Beverly Ramsey-Moore is saying that apparently people are trying to push us back into the past where police and PAN men used to clash and all kind of thing. Listen, I don't know about that. And in this entire article, it just goes back to say what the other article said yesterday. So there has been, over the last 24 hours, between yesterday and now, there has been absolutely no added information as to what took place during this drama to cause this to happen. No information has been given. None coming out from the TTPS, nothing coming out from Tribe, nothing coming out from Silver Stars so far. Okay? So, while Pantran-Bego is reaffirming its support for Silver Stars, that story actually tells us absolutely nothing as it relates to what occurred. All right? Gonzalez, very quickly here, Gonzalez says that the PNM exec will contact Stalwart Ford on concerns. All right? And I'm moving on straight to go to, let me see, Munilal says 92 acts of sabotage in oil sector since October. An LCB booth was robbed in Wim, Tobago. And what else we have? The state to pay over $650,000 to a family for wrongful prosecution. Right? This is a matter that happened back in 2019. Okay? And this is about the third or the fourth payout that I have seen in the news, probably over the last month or so, where there was wrongful arrests, wrongful prosecution, and all of these things took place back in 2019, 2018, 2020, you understand? But all of a sudden, no, we are under a state of emergency, and some people have this narrative that we're in a police state and all kind of damn nonsense. Right? But it wasn't a state of emergency. People was getting locked up and do some thing and all kind of thing. And now with happy out going on. But all forget that happened. Anyway. I tell you, we just only remember the now. Nobody does really remember the past, eh? All right, so one other headline. A British national was gunned down in Trin City. We have the video footage. Just the video footage. We ain't bound for the audio. But a 65-year-old British national was shot dead at her home on Sunday. Police reported that around 11 a.m., Elaine McQuan of Mohammedville, San Juan, was with her husband. Right? She was with her husband at Delamere Avenue in Trin City when the two were attacked. Police said the couple was standing in their yard when a silver Nissan Tiida stopped in front of them and a gunman came out and opened fire on McQuan before escaping. She was taken to the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Center in Mount Hope, where she was pronounced dead on arrival. Investigations are ongoing. Now, we have it or we don't have it? We have it? All right. Just run me the footage here because It's done 14 past 6, and I want to get to those two issues, the passport and FIFA. Now, when you see this video, which has been circulating, it looked like a hit. It wasn't a robbery. It wasn't a robbery, I could tell you that. Because the vehicle pulled up, a man jumped out, shots were fired, the man jumped back in the vehicle, and the vehicle sped away. That's a hit. Right. That's the vehicle there. Fella jump out. That's the shots being fired there. We'll be not playing the audio. Tomorrow with Greenwich we'll play the audio. You jump back in the vehicle gone. That is a hit. Right? Straightforward, fellas? Straightforward. That is a hit. Nobody tried to rob nobody, nothing like that. So somebody take out a hit on that woman. She's a British national. Expect problems. Okay? All right. That's it for the headlines. And as we move on, I want to remind you about Elders. So don't forget that Elders has 3 courses going on for the July-August vacation period. And these are exciting opportunities for growth and success. They have the 3-week AI course, all right, where, of course, you will learn to master practical AI tools, and that will transform your business projects and school assignments. They also have the CSEC vacation classes, which is a 6-week program for Forms 3, 4, and 5. And they have the 7-week conversational Spanish course as well. All you need to do to get signed up for these courses is call Elders on 627-8632 or WhatsApp them on 715-5480 and get yourself registered today with Elders, all right? And don't forget that Chef Shiraz has the open day. He has his open day going on. It's July the 16th, 17th, and the 18th. Free admission, refreshments will be provided, live cooking demo at 11 a.m. From academy tours to scholarship and payment plan information. You're going to get all the information that you need to discover the chef in you, and all you need to do is call him and get yourself registered for this open day extravaganza, 3-day extravaganza on 372-4639 or 737-5097. Those are the numbers to call, register so that you're inside, right? Guarantee a spot. With that, we're going to take the first break. When we come back from the break, we'll get into the passport issue. We'll take a few calls on that before we shift to the FIFA issue and that controversial call from the President of the United States to FIFA asking for a review of a red card that was given to America's best player. Despite that, America did go down 4-1 to Belgium last night. So all of the host nations are out of the World Cup now. USA, Mexico, and Canada, they have all exited, which was par for the course and ought to have been expected, you know what I mean. Mexico is really the only one in truth that could go further, that could have gone further, but they're running to England. All right, we'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Are love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges. Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsane between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Cars, sports, careers, food. We men always talk about these things, but not about our health. Did you know that testosterone is responsible for muscle mass, strength, deep voice, healthy hair growth, and the sex drive? With low testosterone, we may not achieve our potential. The good news is that Jameson Power for Men is an excellent testosterone support. Take Jameson Power for Men and perform to your max. Jameson, here for your health.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, and we want to get straight to it one time. The passport issue, which is a very, very, very serious issue. Minister of Homeland Security, all they need to do better communication on this. We need to know what's going on. Although the report does speak to some of the things that are going on, and apparently it stems from some contract that was cancelled a contract that was taken out in 2023 was cancelled and some new procurement process that taken place. But if you're low on stock and you have a demand, a lot of people going to be inconvenienced. Run me the report on the passports. Courtesy CNC3.
That has taken many by surprise.
No, I wasn't aware. And we weren't told of this, when we did the application.
News for Mr. Silo Chan, but CNC3 News understands the Ministry of Homeland Security had been warned about the problem at least a year ago. Sources familiar with the situation say the current government was told on more than one occasion that passport booklets were running dangerously low and urgent action was needed. Now, those warnings are now becoming reality. CNC3 News understands the country's current stock of passport booklets is almost exhausted. A source with knowledge of the situation could not say exactly how many remain, but warned that without additional supplies arriving soon, there may be no passports left to issue. The problem, we are told, has now forced authorities into conservation mode. Sources say instructions were given to slow the processing of passports to stretch the remaining supply. We were told in some cases the standard waiting period for passports has almost quadrupled. Even expedited applications, which previously took approximately 2 to 3 days, are now taking between 7 and 10 days. And we were warned that if more citizens begin requesting expedited passports out of concern over the shortage, the remaining supply could disappear even faster.
It is concerning for me because I need to travel next month as soon as possible. Because I know a lot of people need to travel for health-wise and even so for, not even health-wise and all, also for university purposes and all too.
We understand the problem traces back to a procurement process that started in 2023. Canadian Banknote Company, which has supplied this country's passports since 2007, was awarded a contract in October 2024 to continue providing the documents. That agreement included the move toward electronic passports, but while the award was made, the final contract was never signed before the 2025 general election. In March this year, CNC3 News understands that award was cancelled, leaving the country without a completed long-term passport supply contract. The government has since moved toward a new procurement process, but those familiar with passport production warn that cannot happen overnight. Furthermore, they explain it's not as easy as ordering the booklets overnight, as passport booklets require specialized security paper which needs to be pre-ordered, country-specific features, embedded watermarks, and several stages of production which take months to complete. CNC3 News contacted Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander, asking whether the country was running out of passport booklets, when new supplies would arrive, and whether a directive was given to slow passport processing because of the low stock. Alexander said this was expected as the state is about to transition from machine-readable passports to the e-passport. But CNC3 News pressed again with the questions. The minister said the process has already begun for a new passport provider and he expects positive news soon. But Alexander did not provide a timeline for when new passport supplies would arrive, did not say how many booklets remain in stock, and did not address questions about delays in processing. He'd only say he'll respond when it's appropriate to do so. And then he added that backup plans have been engaged, but not before he criticized arrangements under the previous administration, saying the previous arrangement was not cost-effective and was effectively a noose around the neck of the Immigration Division. Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
All right. Let me get your calls. 327-7400. That is the passport issue for everybody that has been calling and messaging me and asking me what's going on with the passports and things like that, right? Now, he is saying that they're moving to the e-passport, right? That's the one with the chip. I think the e-passport, it contains a tiny embedded chip in it, right? That stores like your biographical data and your digital photograph and things like that. I think that is an e-passport, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think that's the one with the RF, I think it's an RFID chip, okay? But if you're moving towards that, you ought to let the population know what the hell is going on. I know several people who have applied for passport, either renewal or new passports, and they just sit on waiting and nobody in communicating with them. They're not getting any communication coming out from immigration, nothing at all. And people need their documents to travel. If you can't get those documents, it's like you're a prisoner in your own country. Morning. I'm going to take some calls on that before we get to the FIFA issue. Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Morning, Stefan. I myself waiting on my passport. I supposed to get mine since last week.
How long you applied?
Beginning of April.
Well, just like my people, they applied in April as well. They were told 4 weeks. Is that what you were told?
Yes, 4 weeks, yes.
That's what they told us. They say 4 weeks. And we're in July now.
But I think they might just take away the contract from Canada, and to be surprised some American company get the job to do it. And I'm so happy that Belgium won last night. Sometimes when something is meant for you, God just had to pull it away. So I'm so happy. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I don't think America could have beat Belgium. Come on. I mean, anybody that would have think that, America is playing all right, but I don't think they could have beat Belgium. Belgium is a top-class team with players playing in many top leagues in the world. Yeah. But on that, coming back to the passport issue, that is what we were told as well. We went, she applied for the passport in April. They said, well, in 4 weeks. And now we're in July. No word, no communication, no nothing. Everybody just in limbo. Morning.
A very, very good morning.
Yeah, man.
Stefan, don't laugh, eh?
Go ahead.
I figure the best person to solve this problem for me right now, because this heading to be a crisis, is Donald Trump. Because if he could call Infantino, I figure we could call he all in this.
I hear you. Well, maybe that's the case. I don't know. 327-7400. If you have applied for your passport and you have not gotten any word as to what is going on with your passport, this is the problem. You cancel the contract, right? But, all right, even if the contract, if you want to say that the contract was not financially suitable, right? And it was like a noose around the neck of the passport department or whatever the case is, right? Somebody asked me to do an investigation into school registration fees. Listen, anyway, Lord Father, every July, August, we just hear about these fees in these schools. Okay? Every single year, we just hear about that, right? I don't do investigations into that. If you have a problem with the fees, you contact the Ministry of Education. That's what you do. Morning. Morning.
Stefan, that is real failure thing. In the year 2025, we go up.
In the year?
Backward thing by 26, I mean.
Right, we're in 2026.
Very real backward thing. What country in the world again, or you could point out that going through this thing with passport?
Exactly. This is madness.
What country would call that? That madness, that real failure thing, that backward thing, by.
Yeah, you talking about since last year, eh? Since last year, you were told that, listen, the stock running low, you cancel the contract. But if you're going to cancel the contract, you have to have an immediate backup plan.
Right now, this is peak hours for traveling. Peak hours. You go tell me people can't get a passport.
Exactly, the July August vacation.
The only country where I think that going on. Why it is that it is hard to take away the contract from one company and give it to another? What I the answer looking for. Is they not doing a good job? What going on? Or every government change that they will change the supplier. I don't know.
Exactly. Not everything is to change, so I agree with you.
No. Right now, let me tell you something. It's all real people I know of with this passport. I've been hearing about this long time, you know. We thought people having real problem to get a passport, you know. But anyhow, Stefan, you have a pleasant day. And
Yeah, man.
keep
All right,
moving
cool.
on.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, there's my thing. If you are going to change it over and you're going to move to the e-passport, you have to design things in a way that you have a smooth transition. Right? Now you have chaos taking place because people are waiting. They cannot get a passport. Now you're hearing, well, Guardian Media now reporting low stock. Right? The minister in his response did not deny that the stock was low, but neither could he give any definitive time frame as to when the problem would be rectified. So what people supposed to do if they're organizing passports to travel during this period? As the last caller said, this is peak time. Morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Stefan, let me tell you something. In this life, don't matter how things is, it have a reason why things just go so. I know that. Biblically speaking. Sometimes things just happen in this life that we doesn't have any idea what taking place. I realize that to my own self. And sometimes these things happen and you might be saving people's life and you don't even know. Because it always had things going to happen some way along the way. Trust me on that. But what I'm going to tell you too, Grace Mugabe in 2017 beat up a maid in a hotel in South Africa. I don't know if you can remember that, Mr. Stefan.
No.
The first lady of Zimbabwe.
No, I don't remember that.
Right, the president's wife. Well, right, she beat up a woman in a hotel with a electrical cord. Damn enough, she faced. All she had, I think, bust in the hotel. And she had immunity, right? The passport now, right? So because she have that type of a passport that Chotong now talking about, right?
The diplomatic passport, yeah.
She was granted immunity in South Africa, right? So then she went back home in Zimbabwe. But in South Africa, it was so bad that they revoked the immunity. And right now, she's facing charge. But they hold she yet because, remember, she in her own country.
Right.
But if she happened to go back to South Africa, she's going to get arrested because they revoked the passport in South Africa because it was really serious. So things like that does happen.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go again. I want to stick on this. Morning. Hello, morning.
Hey, Stefan.
Yeah, morning.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Morning. I would like to know the genesis of the shortage in the sense that procurement must take a little while, at least a year or something, you know? And
Yes. That
you
is
think it is? Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. If you are going to enter into a new procurement process, I agree with that. All of that is a process, and a process takes time. However, when it is something like a passport, which is a form of identification and a travel document, and you are moving away from the company that has been providing it all the time, it better be for a damn good reason.
No, but who is moving away? Is it this current government
Yes.
or the past government?
Yeah, that's what they said. They canceled the contract from the company that was doing the passports for us before because it wasn't cost effective and a stranglehold on immigration. That is not enough for me. This is not a road paving contract. If you understand what I'm saying, that you wake up in the morning and you check the numbers and you say, well, listen, this company charging too much money to pave road and we need to hire a different contractor and you could change it out like that. This is not something like that. This is a document that requires specific types of paper and so on and so forth. There are certain types of material that is needed to create this passport. And when you are going to when you're going to stop that contract, enter into a new procurement process, you ought to know how much your stock is at before you stop the contract.
Do you see it's bordering like on sabotage? Because they're trying to revoke
I don't think so. No, I don't think this has anything to do with
they're trying
sabotage.
to revoke passports of immunity, right? And now they are saying that there's a limited amount. They're trying to curtail spending and traveling or something.
No.
And you know what I see? If this is going to be rushed, right? I see room for, duplication and forgery. All of those things are very, it's good. Do you think it had to do with the change of the coat of arms? Do you think? I don't know.
I don't think
Remember they
it has
changed it?
anything to do with that because none of that has been mentioned in the story. The minister,
No,
the
but
minister
I mean,
himself.
remember, that has to be changed on your passport and so on,
It has
That
to be
was-
changed, yeah.
that was
All of
yeah.
those things, all of those things have to change over. But what I'm saying is, in the questions that the media put to him, he had the opportunity to answer and say that. But that wasn't the case.
Alexander?
Yes, but
Alexander?
yes, his response was that we're moving away from this passport to the e-passport. So we transition into e-passports. However,
Yes, so which is it? He could not say which, Alexander. It makes no sense. He given an answer because, according to Gary, that is some kind of, he never comes out and speak properly anyway. So, anyway, that is it.
all right.
What we'll do. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I am not going to sit here and say that this is sabotage or come up with any little excuse. This is poor planning. Plain and simple. If I am going to move towards a different type of passport, which is up to technology standards or whatever, the e-passport, because we know that they took away the, they moved from the paper, the arrival forms. So we know everything is online now when they're moving towards that, right? So if you're going to move from a passport to an e-passport, that's fine. But you ought to do that and in a transitional period where you have done a stock check. That is what is. I work in a warehouse. Morning, caller.
Morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. The passport business that's taking place in Trinidad right now, that is a hustle. And it will, of course, you there? Somebody will eat our food out of that. And something I want to say to Trinidad, they say the government, all the government in Trinidad, I am saying Kamala, I say and Rowley, they don't want crime to stop in this country because everybody they pick to do crime and they're doing it, they're tired and they have to get rubber stamp people. Because when they ask Kamala, he take, I mentioned Raj, he say, if they're doing wrong, I will investigate you. He never give me work. Rowley come and put Griffith, if they're doing our work, they get rid of him. So, them is cause of the crime. But anybody that do crime, there'll be a rubber stamp for the government. They run you. Ramesh Maharaj will do a good work. Griffith will do a good work. Give West the power, and we have a good country. Bye.
All right. I could hardly hear what you were saying over the thing here, yes? I hardly hear what you were saying, He was talking a kind of way that I really couldn't pick up on what he was saying. But, well, hopefully it went across the ear properly because I couldn't hear what he was saying. All right. We're 17 minutes away from the hour 7 o'clock. Look, this to me is just, it's poor planning, 1. 2, you have to give a good reason for moving away from the company that has been providing the passports all the time. This is not a normal document, okay? This is not a normal document. Whether or not the cost was too high and you have to find a better or a more affordable, all of that is all well and good to a certain extent, right, in terms of those things. But this is a travel document. This is a document people need to leave the country, right? And if they don't have the document to leave the country, they're stranded here. My own expiring next year, August, right? If it was this year, August, I'm in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have traveling to do at the end of this month. And later on in the year. So if it was 2027 right now, I'm in trouble. Along with other people. We could not leave the country. And you cannot dismiss it in such a subtle manner. It needs addressing. People need information. They need a proper communication coming out from the Ministry of Homeland Security. They need a timeline because people plan their travels. This is not I wake up in the morning and I feel I will go by the beach, People plan vacations. They plan their business travel. So if you cannot give a timeline, then people are in limbo. They do not know how to operate. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stefan, my concern, I applied since March and I didn't get 3 years, right?
Right.
Now, what I can understand is for years I sit down here and hear you asking for a communication department in the government. Somebody to send across the information and we can't get that communication. What's the problem with this? Why do they want to communicate with me? How about this, Stefan?
Yeah. No, I think they have communication people. They're just in good. I'm being real with all you. I think they have communication people. They have communication departments in every ministry. But I am of the belief now, by now, because I give them enough time, that they're not good. They're just not good. They do not know they don't know how to do proper communication. Full stop. There no comma, no nothing there, exclamation mark and all. Because there have been umpteen opportunities for them to sparkle and shine in terms of communication, right? And they have failed miserably, all of their communication departments. All. ELL. I'm not seeing that level of communication. And when that level of communication is lacking, guess what? The door of speculation opens. Rumors and propaganda and all kind of things spread on the ground. And if you tell a lie long enough, people believe that this is truth. So if you do not have, if you cannot, notice in the story they say, the minister did not give a timeline. No, you have to give a timeline. Because you know why? If you are making a move like that and you're transitioning from one passport to the next, and you are entering into a new procurement process and you're moving away from the old provider to a new provider, then when you see people saying all over social media, wait is going on with the passport, I apply since so and so, I ain't get through yet. When you see the public start to ask questions, you ought to know to respond. Right? Because the reason why they're bringing it up as an issue and they're asking questions is because they want an answer. Because they don't know, because they're in limbo, because they have things to do. So you cannot sit back and not address it. Our communication ought to go out to people because you know why? Because immigration or the Ministry of Homeland Security ought to be in communication with the new service provider. And if that service provider cannot give you a timeline or cannot meet your timeline, your deadline date, then that service provider ought not to be a provider. Talk done. Talk done. Because a lot of people, I don't see any way a lot of people are going to be inconvenienced, you know. A lot of people are going to be inconvenienced. And at this point, whether or not your communication is on point, you can't stop the wave that's coming. When people start to miss dates and things and cancel this and cancel that, it works so. You understand? So we need proper information on this. And then you have the people now who expediting. Because they realize, look, this thing taking too long, I'll pay the extra money and expedite. And you hear what they say in the story? The more people expedite, is the faster the stock goes down. Right? Because now they're paying money to expedite the passport, right? Which means they jump in the line. So the people are not willing to expedite, they go to the back of the line. Right? And those people that jump the line, they get in their passport quicker because they're paying for it, right? And then that leaves us where? You understand what I'm saying? So they have to do something about that. So I'm calling on Roger Alexander. We need better communication on that. And if time permits me tomorrow, I will call you tomorrow morning because we need proper communication on this. This is not a small issue. This is a huge issue. Yeah.
Welcome to Sembrano's Learning Academy. We are more than just a preschool. We are a family-oriented early childhood center where children are loved, nurtured, and inspired to grow. We'd like to think of ourselves as a safe space. From the moment a family joins our community, our hope is that they feel welcomed, safe, secured, and truly at home. By cultivating positive partnership, education becomes a journey best traveled together. We understand that every child is unique with their own strengths, interests, personality, and learning styles. That is why we believe every child has potential, and our role is to nurture their curiosity, confidence, independence, and love of learning so that they can thrive both in school and life. Using meaningful experiences, hands-on explorations, and proven educational practices, we create and develop a genuine love for learning. Our goal is to help children become confident, capable, independent learners who are prepared for an ever-changing world. We focus on developing the whole child by supporting not only academic growth, but also social-emotional development, problem-solving skills, resilience, and character. Most importantly, we believe that when children feel valued, connected, and understood, they thrive. Enrollment is ongoing at this time. You can contact us at 689-1345. We invite you to experience the warm partnership and sense of belonging at Sembrano's Learning Academy.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Hey yo, this is yours truly, Michael Teja here, bigging up Generations of Steel, Dean Gulston, big up yourself. July 11th, Queen's Park Savannah. So get your tickets, come out, that we have a good time. Generations of Steel.
The countdown has started for a glorious night of sweet pan music in Generations of Steel. This Saturday, 11 July, at the Mecca of Steel Band Music, the Queen's Park Savannah. Featuring Desperados, Shell Invaders, Massey Trinidad All-Stars, First Citizens Supernovas, and the Pride of the South, Fun Clear, plus their talented youth bands. This Saturday, 11 July, at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah.
Showtime, 6 p.m. till 10:30 p.m.
Coolers allowed. And hear this one, 2 persons on 1 ticket for only $350.
The quadraphonic tickets admits 4 persons for only $600.
The single pan tickets cost only $200. Additional $10 off for online purchases.
Children 12 and under, accompanied by an adult. Admission is free. Presented by Super Pan Man, Dane Gulston and Friends. For more info, call 732-3402.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Big sale event at
Salinas and Sebastian's graduation, prom, weddings, Father's Day, or just stepping into your next big moment, we've got you covered. Because Salinas and Sebastian's, it's more than a suit. It's the perfect fit when it matters most. From the boardroom to date night, look sharp, feel confident, and show up ready. And because value matters, now is the time to dress best for less. Enjoy 25 to 35% off special suits and create a look that's uniquely yours. Complete the look. 35% off dress shirts. Up to 50% off selected dress shoes with any formal purchase. Sneakers, buy one, get one free, or buy one and get one half price. Ladies, 25% off selected dress shoes for your special moments. Dress for the moments that matters most. Salinas and Sebastian's, located at Gulf City Mall, upper level. WhatsApp 715-9533.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Day, companies, businesses, and stores. Every day, companies, businesses, and stores generate tons of waste that they're unable to recycle on their own. This is why at Action Log Eco Solutions, we have devised a strategic solution for us to address this problem together. We are the company specializing in waste collection for environmental treatment from the Action Log Group, the food service and supply chain management leader in the Americas. Thanks to a comprehensive service, we combine our technology and operating strength to tackle waste collection, traceability, and recycling. We capitalize on our delivery routes and thus reduce carbon dioxide emissions, in addition to striving to have new products manufactured with the material we recycle, therefore closing the cycle. How do we do it? One of the services we offer is used oil collection, which we have already successfully implemented together with our food service customers across the continent. We provide container options for used oil, which are subsequently collected and transported to our facilities, where it is processed at the treatment plant and filtered for its final transformation into biofuel. All aspects of the operation are tracked in real time, uploaded into the cloud and easily accessed by our customers through our app. But this is only one of our services. We also customize solutions for other types of waste according to the business needs. For all our services, we provide our customers with an environmental report that supports the entire waste management process, documents each operation, and provides important data such as emission savings in kilogram of carbon dioxide, as well as final disposal certificates endorsed by the International Sustainability and Carbon Certification. What are you waiting for? Join the sustainable evolution. Action Log Eco Solutions. Transforming the future.
All right, people, so that there is just a quick little clip to give you a little description or a little information on the business that we're going to talk about or the initiative that we're going to talk about. It is Action Log, and we have Mr. Mark Gomes here, who is the sales manager, and the logistics manager, Ms. Rihanna Telfer, and they have joined us this morning on Breaking Down because when I saw cooking oil being converted into jet fuel, I was like, wait, I don't talk to this man. But I know Mark a while. We've known each other for a while now. Good morning to you. Good morning to Rihanna. How are you? Nice. All right. So Mark, I see you regularly. We know each other. And I came across the article in the paper, and I was like, but wait now. We had a conversation on this
a year ago.
Just a year ago.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. And I realized that, I said, but wait now. You get through. Right? Because I've been in and out the country and all about and doing my thing too. And so first off, I know the clip gave us a little insight into the company Action Log. I know that they are based in Argentina.
Yes, headquartered.
The headquarters in Argentina. But tell us about the company and how you made contact with them and how the conversation started.
Okay. Well, Action Log has actually had a footprint in Trinidad from one of their main services they provide, which is the logistics arm of it, procurement, They actually are the company of choice for McDonald's, which has strict audit standards.
Okay.
So it is a multinational company, and part of their expansionist plans is to put a bigger footprint in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, brilliant.
So McDonald's has always had a connection with ActionLog because this company is throughout the entire Americas. They are actually the largest provider of services, the procurement, 3PL, logistics, the cold storage. They are a solution-based company. That's what we sell. We look to sell solutions. So they came to ask me, they approached me because I've been in logistics for many, many years. And I was actually approached, and I always tell people, when your phone rings, it's a good thing. Don't ever feel, you see when your phone stop ringing, that means,
no problem.
that means walk stop.
Yeah.
So I always tell persons that whenever the phone rings, embrace it, no matter how busy it is. So the phone rang one day, and I was asked to meet with Mr. Gaspard Cotton, who is the Caribbean sales manager for ActionLog. So we had a conversation, and he shared with me his desire to really penetrate Trinidad, not just McDonald's, but the other, because there are Wendy's everywhere. There are Domino's everywhere, and they really do these services throughout the entire Americas. So when we were having a conversation, he explained to me the different arms of the company. And one of those arms is the eco-solution arm. And I found that to be the sexiest part of it. Because when we went into it, and he explained to me, well, what we do, we actually convert used cooking oil to aviation fuel. And I was, just like you, when you hear that story, you're like, wait now, how are we really doing this? So he shared with me that actually the European Union has regulations where, as of right now, 2% must be from a sustainable, traceable source of a biofuel product, end product, which in this case is used cooking oil. So anytime you're in Europe right now, in the European Union, all the aircrafts have actually to conform to this regulation that at least 2% of the fuel they provide is a blend which is from a sustainable, traceable source. So after I told my friends this, they say they're taking train in the European Union from now on. They're not taking any plane.
Right, any plane, they're taking a train.
Taking a
All
train.
right, no problem, because I and all wondering, well, boy, I wonder when I fly in, what kind of fuel?
Correct.
Go ahead.
So anyway, what was even more interesting with the model was that by 2030, it's to increase to 6%. And then by 2050, very ambitious, they say 70%. Which It's good to be ambitious and have a high target to aim for. So I was intrigued. So I did do some work with ActionLog in the logistics arm of it, looking for new customers, etc. But as you know, a year ago, I said, look, I really need to talk to people about this cooking oil aspect of it. So long story short, from that angle, I did secure a meeting last August with the Honorable Kama Maraj of the Ministry of Trade. And I met the technocrats there. And they were very supportive with the ideas that we had and the investment that we were going to make.
Right.
Because this is an investment in the country. And what we are doing, we're actually taking a waste product and removing it completely from any life cycle in this country at all. It won't affect the plumbing. It won't be reintroduced in the feed system for animals. It won't be released back into the river systems, which actually it suffocates the aquatic life. It's harmful. And as we know, if we walk down the avenue on a Sunday morning, you can get the whiff. It's an unpleasant odor. So all of that is going to be removed from Trinidad and be exported to the European Union because ActionLog has the strict audit processes protocols which allows the traceability because not anyone can just take the oil, throw it on a container and enter the European Union. Cannot do that.
Cannot do that.
Right. So what ActionLog provides, because of their vast experience, the proper audit processes, is that they actually have a certificate called the International Sustainability and Carbon Certificate.
All right.
This certificate is the key which ensures that the oil can enter the European Union and can be used in the program for the use of this biofuel integrated with the regular aviation fuel.
Okay,
So
brilliant.
this certificate is the key to
Right.
unlock that. So Action Log to me was a definite win-win-win for all parties involved. And I said, okay, after meeting with the Ministry of Trade and ensuring that there were no regulatory humps or anything that I had to run through, I then approached Action Log for the funding along with the plan for the startup.
Oh, so this is funded by Action Log?
Correct.
They fund it?
They fund it. And trust me, they are very, very tight with their funding, and rightfully so.
Right.
So I had to come up with the entire structure of the startup, the processes. I was guided immensely by Mr. Antonio Montero, who is one of our consultants in the Eco Solutions section,
Okay.
and of course, Mr. Gaspar Cotton. I did receive a lot of support from a Mr. Andrew Pereira, who is actually a human rights lawyer, but he liked the idea also.
Right.
And he assisted me greatly in terms of us getting the wheels turning for the plan. So we had to source the 1,000 liter IBC containers to create a tank farm. We had to, what we did, we actually invented a wheelie container.
Yeah, we have that. We have a prototype. Where's the video that are labeled with the prototype there with the, it looked like one of those waste disposal type of...
Yeah, but it has unique
yeah.
features. It has the easy accessibility.
Right.
So Andrew is there right now. He's going to actually open it. So the stores can just open it. You could pour in your oil.
Right.
And then it has a gasket. Because here's what we also looked at.
Right.
Trinidad is a unique market, and we have security concerns.
Right.
We wanted to be able to move this out your store quickly, so your back door is open and closed with minimal chance for
Right.
you to have a breach of security. So the gasket is there, which was also developed to make sure when we wheel it out, no oil is going to spill.
Right.
We are not filling it to the brim.
Okay.
That container unit we fill to about 40 gallons.
Right.
It's 65 gallons, you're seeing there right now. And we also have a nice designed latch, which is rubber. And when you latch it tight, it is completely sealed. Ease of use for the driver to pick up the oil, go outside your store where we pump it into the 1,000 liter container unit, which is on the truck. And we go to the next store, and the next store, and the next store.
So all right. But let me bring Rihanna in on the conversation. Rihanna, you're in charge of logistics. Just give us a little background into your background and how you got involved.
Okay, well, I have worked with Mr. Gomes for the past 10 years, not only in the Action Log business, but I have worked with him in another organization.
All right.
So, in my career, I have crossed paths with him once more.
Right.
And my sole role and responsibilities would be mainly in the operations.
Okay.
So I would have to ensure the operational efficiency. I'll help drive the labor productivity.
Right.
I'll be routing the drivers.
Okay.
So basically everything that is in the operational.
Right. So so in terms of clients, because of course you got to get clients on board, right?
Yes.
Now this is also an opportunity, people. Now remember, it's a new initiative, right, to Trinidad and Tobago. Good. So what Rihanna is talking about there with drivers and labor and so on and so forth, as it expands. So what we want to do this morning, we want to encourage as many people in the industry, restaurant industry, whether it is fast food or the uptown restaurants, you know what I mean?
The Doubles Factory, just to interject.
The
Doubles Factory and
the Doubles Factory.
Yes.
We want you all to come on board and contact. Now we have a contact number there on the screen to contact Mr. Gomes or Rihanna, and we want you to come on board so that you're not throwing this cooking oil down the drain, and they have a place now for you to put, and then it's recycled into jet fuel.
Jet fuel, correct.
Right. Now, before we get into the opportunities here for growth, in terms of the clients that are on board right now, Church's Chicken is on board.
Yes. It's a great story with what Church's Chicken, in particular Sheldon Ramroop, brought to the table. As I was stating, I had to now secure funding from headquarters in Argentina. And I used to joke with Gaspard when he came down. I used to be, Gaspard, in business, there's something called measured risk. And he said, yes. I said, yeah, but all you all do is measure, and you all take no risk. You know, everything had to be lined up. I was like, how much more measuring I need to do to get the funds released? So anyway, I got the quotations lined up. We got the design. So local manufacturing got a little boost. Small right now. But if we expand this as we see it, it's going to translate to millions. So long story short in that regard, we finally got 120,000 TT dollars released.
Okay. Which is a small...
to get it started.
$120,000 investment to get something like this started is really, really small. That ain't no money.
Correct. But the key, the person who really and truly got me over the line was that for this business to actually be sustainable, we need 20,000 liters a month. That is the key. That's a container load to ship to the European Union. Correct. Church's Chicken coming on board and Sheldon Ramroop seeing the vision. He really has a passion also for the environment and the good this does for not just Trinidad, but bringing us into the global community of responsibility. And with the liters that Church's Chicken is providing, it allowed me to convince the headquarters to release the money. And not just Church's Chicken, we also have Wendy's coming on board.
Wendy's coming, all right.
And we also have McDonald's.
Right.
So we do have 3 established clients right now. And like I said, we are hoping for more. We are going to be approaching everybody, the big gorillas like the KFCs.
Nobody had to approach everybody because let me tell you something, the amount of food, listen, that food court right there on Arpita Avenue, you approach them yet?
We only roll out on the first.
No, I'm just saying, you have the food court there.
Yes.
Right? Is Christian, which one of them it is running there, boy? I met him, but I can't remember which one. But you have the food court there. There is another food court in Maraval right by Wendy's there.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Then you have another food. Boy, it's all over.
Bonus is everywhere. In
Arangways, they open one set of food thing in Arangways too. So you know what, I mean, I think it's a terrific initiative because I tell you all, I have smelled old cooking oil. It does smell nice, right? And for those of you who know about cooking, you're cooking home and then you have to wash out your pot and thing, and sometimes you get all your pipelines clogged and things like that.
Correct.
So it eliminates a lot of that. But more so, I am fascinated that this is going to be used for jet fuel.
Yes.
I am really fascinated.
Yes.
How that science working?
Well, listen, human beings are very innovative.
Right.
And just to digress slightly, what I really love was that if you think about it, commercial aviation is really underappreciated. Commercial aviation has only been around since 1939, basically.
Okay.
Less than 100 years. But what this did, it moved resources and wealth from prosperous nations to poorer nations. Think about it. The ability to move freely, easily, quickly, moves those resources where countries which has nothing much to offer, but the sun, sand, and sea now have sustainable economies.
Yeah.
Imagine Hawaii. What was Hawaii going to do if we didn't have commercial aviation out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? Think of our carnival. How many people really jump on a boat and come down here? So think about it. Commercial aviation is unique, and it really is underappreciated. And those in the first world countries have to find ways to sustain those industries which are key.
Right.
There are certain industries which cannot afford to fail. That's why, per se, companies like Boeing, they get a free pass when a plane crash, nobody gets locked up. I'm gonna go there. I really digress there, but there are certain industries which they get a pass.
Okay.
And banking is one, as we know. Financial crash, boom. All right. Obama will look the other way. Everybody back on board. So this industry is really one which I think they recognize we need to really put ideas into. And this is why cooking oil now has become part of the whole fuel process.
All right, what's the target right now in terms of what you all are trying to achieve? Like, what's your 6 month, 1 year?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I am hoping to achieve the 20,000 liters per month within 6 months.
Within 6
Yeah,
months?
I am halfway there with what I have right now. And if I can really get Trinidad on board and we can really drive this, I can easily achieve.
You're halfway there.
For the minimal model to be sustainable.
But you're halfway there with only how many clients?
3.
Guys, you tell you how much cooking oil we use. No, seriously,
Correct.
that's just an example of how much. So we could produce it way more than the
Correct.
And that's where you come in now again, because if it gets to the point where we're producing 60,000 liters, right, a month, right, and this is every month because the business is
people eating.
People eating. How much expansion you're looking at in terms of labor, employment, things like that?
As soon as the business grows slowly, we would require drivers, but then we would require the customers to create that employment.
Okay, so you would require the customer to create the employment of the driver.
You're right.
And the drivers you all would be looking for at this point in time would be drivers that they have a truck or
Yeah,
they will be truckmen.
We have a contract service, and to scale up, 20,000 liters will be 1 truck, 1 driver, 5 days a week. If we reach the 40, that is actually the 6-month target, it'll be 2 trucks, 2 drivers. And if it goes up to 60, it will be 4. It will be growing exponentially. Because remember, you can't just watch your liters. You have to watch how many stops and how much the truck can place.
Because they are
Correct. So even though it goes 1 to 2, it will go from 2 to 4, and then from 4 to 8. It's not going to just grow 1, 1, 1. No, it grows exponentially because you have more stops to take care of, which takes more time. And we have already established that if we want this business to arrive where we want to arrive, we need to set the tone with our drivers already. So we already have guidelines for our drivers in terms of they conduct themselves, because the drivers are really and truly the first face a customer interacts with. So we have to make sure our drivers are well attired, well spoken, respectful. So they go through a whole process when we interview them. And we are happy that we have the right team on board right now, and we'll be looking to hire more.
Okay, what about the this is the one that should interest a lot of people. How much foreign exchange is going to do?
Okay,
because we're going to be exporting our product.
Well, here the deal. Right now, we do offer a token payment in TT dollars. But for those who are actually of the larger scale, there have been talks which are being entertained to be paid in US dollars. The conversion is a little bit less than what you'll get if you were to be paid in TT. Because even companies like Action Log, they do have difficulty in terms of the same US dollar problem. When they earn TT dollars here, how do they get it converted to US dollars to pay headquarters? You follow? So it is a vicious cycle right now. We all know the playing field for Forex. It is cutthroat, but it is being entertained, definitively. But we do pay a token payment, depending on how much oil you can provide for us per month. It can range anywhere from 25 cents per liter to $1 per liter, depending upon how much you return to us. Now, just to give an idea of the mathematics, the metrics of it is you are supposed to get between 25 to 30% used cooking oil residue from your original starting point.
Okay.
So if you purchase a 10-liter container, after you did your frying and stuff, you're supposed to arrive at around 30%, best case scenario.
Best case scenario.
Correct. And the good thing with us measuring your used cooking oil, it allows you as the owner to understand fully the quality standards of your operation.
All right.
If you keep the used cooking oil too long, you do change the pH value, which changes and alters the taste of your end product, and also it can also become carcinogenic over time.
Over time.
Yes.
All right.
So I think even offering the token payment, we are given the incentive now for business owners not to stretch the recommended life cycle of the cooking oil. Dispose of it through us responsibly, be part of a global initiative, and at the same time, there will be a slight uptick in the health of the nation because every little bit counts. Every drop fills the bucket. And by ensuring that the oil is not overused in that process, we remove an element of the cancer-causing consequences.
Yeah. Because a lot of people are you know the term now. They're using old oil.
Yeah. The taste.
You just taste it. You just taste it in the food. So that eliminates that because they would have to change over the oil.
And you can measure it now. So you as a business owner will know, okay, the team is operating at a quality standard.
Right.
The taste profile of my product remains consistent. And consistently good. That's what you want. And we are being more responsible. And the key, I think, is that Trinidad and Tobago will now be entering into the realm of being part of the global responsible population, where we are taking this. And you could tell a story that Trinidad cooking oil pouring a Boeing plane,
somewhere in the world. You know
that's amazing.
All right, just before we run out of time here, we're 60 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. We have set coming up in a little bit, but the number on the screen, Director, if you could just put it up a little bit there for me. It is just now, hold on, let me just get it here. Right, so it is 331-9175. All right, so what I want people to do, I want you to call that number. If you have a restaurant, if you're in the doubles factory, you're part of your only doubles factory, you know what I mean, or any factory that is dealing with cooking oil. All right, any not factory, but any restaurant, any business. We want you to call that number, start the conversation, and get on board, so that we could start removing that cooking oil from your establishment, right? And of course, moving towards a system where it will now go through a process and be recycled into fuel for jets, planes, Boeings, you know, you name it. And you get something, you get paid for it.
Correct. Right now, between 25 cents and $1 per liter, and we are collecting it. Yeah. You have no stress at all. We are providing the infrastructure, we are providing the service. All you're doing is getting paid for a waste product.
That you wasn't getting nothing for in the first place.
Yes.
Right? So what you was getting nothing for, you could get something for it now. You understand? And that to me is a sweet deal. Because you would have just go throw it away, oops, well that gone. Now you can get back something, you understand what I'm saying? And you know every dollar is count. So I think this is a terrific initiative. The certificate is here, it's official. And this is the key, as Mark said, to go through the European Union and make, you know, the whole system. This is what makes the system work. All right, from Trinidad to the European Union and to a jet that you might be flying on at any given point in time. And don't worry, I take the train. I'm very sure that it's being used as we speak. You know what I mean? And you didn't even know, but now you know that we could move that cooking oil into jet fuel. And I think this is a terrific initiative. I think everybody should be on board. I think the KFCs, the Royal Castles, all of them, right? They ought to be on board and follow the road that Church's Chicken and Wendy's and McDonald's and all of they are taking. I just think this is terrific. I think you know, you have a real good initiative here. And I could see this growing and expanding, and Rihanna is going to be very busy because she's going to have to, to organize all of the drivers and so on and so forth. Is there, just before is there any process? I know you all only started, but will there be like a process to apply for the job, things like that? Any social media pages that people could go to get more information, things like that?
For now, no. We haven't come out to do any marketing on the employment, but you could call the number.
You can call the number?
Yes.
So you can call the number and inquire. All right, it is 331-9175. That is 331-9175. I want to thank Mark and, of course, Rihanna for coming. Mark, terrific initiative. I know you're into all of this, you know. I tell you, I know the man, you know. I know the man a while now, you know. You understand? But we always talking, and we have spoken on some other things as well.
Yeah, there were 2 projects on
it.
it.
With sugar or something.
There was sugar, there was the Quintus side there with the security.
All kind of thing, eh? But I ain't lying, this initiative caught me because, like I say, if we could take that cooking oil and destroy away, and, you know what I mean, and turn it into something that is usable, then I all for that. And I think everybody should be on board with it. All right? So we got to take the final break. No, we got to take a break. We got set coming up after the break. Action Log. All right? You could go check them out. You could Google it. Go find out. Headquarters is in Argentina, who will actually be playing today in the World Cup. All right? So they're going to be playing Egypt.
Yes.
So it's all happening. All right? So don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with Seth while aboard when we return. Nice one.
And God bless you, my friend.
No problem.
Thank you. Well, you know.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson Omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, it was that
This Saturday, 11 July, the grandstand will rock from the sweet sounds of Generations of Steel, featuring Shell Invaders, Massey Trinidad All-Stars, First Citizens Supernovas, Desperados, and the Pride of the South, Funclair. Plus their talented youth bands. This Saturday, 11 July,
at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. Showtime, 6 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. Coolers allowed.
2 persons on 1 ticket for only $350.
The quadraphonic tickets admits 4 persons for only $600.
The single pad tickets cost only $200. Additional $10 off for online purchases.
Children 12 and under, accompanied by an adult. Admission is free. Get yours now. Available at islandetickets.com,
at Crosby St. James,
all Kenny Sports,
all Extra Foods Supermarket,
Anthony's by the Park, Tarp Office, Belmont, Bobby's Bar, Curette, Jumbo Foods, Western Union, Tuna Puna, and the following MP gas stations: Mova Junction, Saddle Road, Fable Village, and Tinsley Junction, and all participating bands. Presented by Super Panman, Dane Gulston and Friends.
Supported by CCN TV6,
The Express Newspaper,
995.5 FM,
and the NCC. For more info, call 732-3402.
Generations of Steel. Miss this, you matter what.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwires Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwire is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwireclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We want to thank Mark and, of course, Rihanna for coming through with that initiative. Please get on board. If you have a restaurant, get on board with Mark. 3319175. Well, let's get on board with him. It's a terrific initiative. Let me get rid of all of that oil and put it to serve our purpose. And just before we get into the topic here with Seth, who will be joining us in the next 10 to 15, you were here when he came in.
Yeah.
And I heard him tell you, he said, Seth was selling him about the cooking oil and this, that, and the other when he heard about it. And he said, use our fellas read. Right? Because you were making a point with that cooking oil.
Yes, chapter 5 in my book goes into the history of cooking oils. In fact, cooking oils wasn't for cooking. It wasn't originally made for cooking. It was originally made as an industrial lubricant and used to fuel lamps. So in 1899, which you all would see in chapter 5 in my book, chemists repurpose it for cooking. So this initiative here is giving it or putting it baback to its original purpose.
The original purpose.
Yeah, which is industrial stuff. And it would also help with, I would say, noise pollution, because smell pollution, because seriously, the odor is terrible.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good initiative. I think it's a good initiative because people aren't going to stop using cooking oil. We know that because of the cost of it is cheaper, though it's very unhealthy, right? But people aren't going to stop using it. So let's recycle what is used, all right?
And put it at purpose.
Yeah,
Well, put it back into the original purpose.
Into
that
its
it was,
original purpose, right?
That it was for.
So
I think it's a terrific initiative, and I cannot see why anybody with a restaurant that dealing with that cooking on a daily basis would not support an initiative like that, because it's saving you a lot of cleanup too. You take your oil, you throw it in anything, that's it. And they come in and do the rest. You understand?
Yeah.
So anyway, hypertension.
So yes, hypertension. So good morning to all of our viewers locally, regionally, and internationally. So we're going to deal with this topic of hypertension. Something I probably would have spoken on and mentioned a lot in the past, but we are going to deal with it from, of course, every time people hear about hypertension, the first thing that comes to mind is salt. And of course, I've spoken on salt a lot, but I'm going to go a bit deeper into the hypertensive arena to give the population a better understanding of the mechanisms involved in hypertension, and to show that it's not just a salt issue, but it has to do with what is instructing salt in the body and the other mechanisms involved, like insulin and your metabolism and glycation and something called RAS. So we're going to get into that. So let's start. Let's pull up the first diagram. So when it comes to salt, we have to understand that sugar and refined carbohydrates plays a big role in how your body operates. When you consume sugar, as the topic there says, sugar, insulin, salt retention, and higher blood pressure. When you consume sugars and refined carbohydrates, that causes the pancreas to secrete insulin. Of course, insulin is a hormone, but most people don't really understand insulin. People think insulin is just about sugar. No, but insulin is also a storage hormone. So it causes storage. So when you consume sugar, the pancreas releases insulin. That then instructs the kidneys to retain. So the kidneys would then retain sodium, right? So your kidneys is retaining the sodium. The sodium, when it's retained, water follows sodium. As you know, if you leave salt out, you'll see salt would start to pull moisture, right? So that basically happens in the body. So then your blood volume increases because of that retention that is taking place. When blood volume increases, you have an increased amount of blood traveling through the same piping, which is your blood vessels.
Okay.
Increased pressure.
Right.
Right? But the issue is not the salt. The issue is what caused the body to respond to salt in this manner, which has to do with the insulin. And that is caused from what you consume, the sugar and the refined carbohydrates. So that is where the focus needs to be placed. But what do? People would turn to reduce their salt consumption because they're just looking at things from a simplistic standpoint. So that brings us to the second diagram now. Let's see what happens now when you lower your salt consumption, but you did not address your sugar consumption. Right? So it says low salt response have RAS and higher blood pressure. So people start now restricting their salt because, hey, my pressure high and salt, as I say, salt causes the high blood pressure. They're not understanding nothing with sugar. This is why I'm explaining this here. So they restrict their salt consumption. Your body have some very sensitive mechanisms and stuff in place. Now, something most people don't know. Salt is one of the, if not the most regulated mineral nutrient in the human body. It's one of the most regulated things. So when you reduce your salt consumption, the body detects that. And it activates an emergency system, which is called the RAS, which stands for the renin-angiotensin aldosterone system. That system is usually activated when either your blood pressure drops or when your sodium level drops. Now remember, you reduce your salt, so this system now activates. So then renin now causes the body to produce aldosterone, angiotensin. Angiotensin 2 now causes vasoconstrictions. What is vasoconstrictions? It causes your blood vessel to narrow. That narrowing of your blood vessel, all right, makes your blood vessel smaller, which means you have a smaller pipe. And you have your blood passing through it, but the pipes are narrow. That would increase your pressure. But RAS also releases aldosterone. So renin, then angiotensin 2, then aldosterone. Aldosterone causes the body to retain water and sodium, because remember, your sodium is low. You're consuming less salt, so your body is going to try to hold on to the little bit of salt that it has. So what does it do? It retains water, because most of your salts is in your fluids. So it now retains water. What happens when it retains water? Again, blood volume goes up, high blood pressure. Right? So now you have contracted blood vessels and increased blood volume.
Right. That sounds like
high
a
blood
recipe
pressure.
for disaster.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Again, what people are missing, they are not addressing the main issue, which is the sugar consumption, the sugar and the refined carbs. But then there is also another factor that takes place with regards to hypertension as well. And that's what we're going to see here, and that has to do with the next slide, which is a topic that's going to continue to be recurrent. Not this one, the other one, right? This one has to do with the glycation. So let's go to the other one. Right, sugar, glycation, and stiff blood vessels. Now, I've mentioned glycation many times on this segment. In fact, glycation is an important part of my book, all right? But this is what happens with sugar. When you consume sugar and refined carbs, you increase the amount of sugar in the system. That can cause glycation to take place. Now, most people don't understand what glycation is. In this case, we are dealing with when sugar is attaching to proteins. That bonding of sugar to proteins that is not regulated by an enzyme is called glycation. Right? And that produces a toxic compound, a harmful compound in your body called advanced glycation end products. Right? That's where the acronym there is AGEs. Right? Advanced glycation end products. So when that forms now, that can bond to things in your body. And when it comes to hypertension now, that would bond to the walls of your blood vessels, right? The endothelial tissue in the blood vessels, which makes up the lining of your blood vessels. That can stiffen the blood vessels, reducing its elasticity. So it is now less elastic. Remember, when blood passes through your blood vessels, they expand to accommodate the blood. But when glycation is taking place in the walls of the endothelial tissue, all right, it restricts that. So now you have stiffening of your blood vessels. So when blood is supposed to pass through and it's supposed to expand, there's less expansion. When there's less expansion, increase pressure.
Okay.
Glycation. So if you notice something, what we have looked at here, we have seen 3 aspects of hypertension. 3 main contributing factors to hypertension. And they all have one thing in common. Sugar.
Sugar. Yeah.
Sugar. So let's see the connection. Let's go to the other slide. Right? So it says it all comes back to sugar. Sugar, refined carbohydrates, drives the metabolic state behind these pressure-raising pathways. So let's look at the first pathway. Sugar causes insulin to rise. That causes salt plus water to be retained. Boom.
High blood pressure.
High blood pressure. The next one now, people decide to do the opposite. They decide to lower the salt consumption, but they haven't addressed the sugar consumption. So what happens now? The body responds with its emergency systems, activate RAS, which is the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, that causes vasoconstriction, and then your blood pressure rises, high blood pressure. And then you have the third one now, where because they haven't been addressing the sugar issue, advanced glycation end products, which is sugar bonding to things in your body without enzymatic regulation, Glycation, it stiffens the blood vessels, reducing elasticity, and boom, high blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
All of which is due to sugar. So everybody out here trying to focus on looking at the numbers, are checking my blood pressure every day, and they'll take medication and products and doing home remedies and all of these things, while at the same time they're not addressing the metabolic triggers that is causing the body to go down these particular pathways that results in hypertension.
All right, so you just mentioned taking the reading, right? What is the reading? Because they always say 120 over 80.
Yeah, 120 over 80 is what is ideal, right, for pressure. Now here's something interesting.
My pressure is always like it's always higher than that.
Yeah,
my pressure is like
pressure can
130
fluctuate.
something, 140 over 100 or some kind of thing. So I just get a regular reading like that. My pressure, I've never, ever, at least in recent times, when I say recent time, like over the last 5 years or so, I don't think I've ever taken my pressure and was ever anywhere close to 120 over 80.
Right,
I'm telling you.
What now has to be done is not just about getting those figures immediately down, it's about understanding the mechanisms behind the metabolic state that's causing that chronic high level of pressure. Now, high blood pressure, like 180 over 100 or 190 over 120, this is emergency level high blood pressure, right? But here is the thing, because those figures, like 120 over 80, that is 120 milliliters per, or millimoles per mercury, right? That's how it's read. Do you know how much pressure your blood vessels can take if you're healthy?
How much?
Over 840. Over 840, right? If you're healthy, your blood vessels can handle that level of stress. The issue has to do with the underlying factors that are happening behind the scene, the glycation, of course, the refined and sugar consumption, those things that are causing damage behind the scene that cause pressure to be chronically high. So chronically high pressure in a system where the metabolic state is operating in the wrong state for prolonged periods of time, years, that is what causes the damage, right? But everybody now is trying to chase the immediate numbers. Oh, I have to get this. Look, my pressure high today for this time that I check it within this 10 minutes. And people start to panic, right? But this brings my next point, because when it comes to healing, people need to understand that healing is a process, right? Healing is a process. And the process of healing isn't always going to be comfortable. So the next slide here, the next diagram, I'm showing here, healing is a renovation process.
Okay.
And it says here, the body may go through breakdown and rebuilding before function is restored. So just like a house, you could be living in a house, Stefan, your roof leaking, right? You have some circuitry issues, so light might be flickering, right? You have some flooring issues, you might have a little, some wooden panels that might have some termite that might be decaying, and you're living in that house, fine. And you decide you're going to renovate that house. To renovate that house, you can't just put good stuff over the bad.
No.
You have to break down the stuff that are bad in order to repair it. So during the time of renovation, things can look worse and start to break down. You have to break down to rebuild.
But they always tell you, they always say that, you know, in any process, whether it is your health or renovating a house, when you are making changes to any system, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
But a lot
That's
of
how
people,
it usually is.
A lot of people are looking for a lot of comfort in the healing, but comfort is not promised during healing, right? Comfort is not promised during healing. So there are times during the healing process where you might feel worse. I had an example of somebody that did my program. And on my program for 4 months, and she contacted me and she said, I'm coming off the program because I'm not feeling any different, right? Because it's autoimmune conditions that have, I think it was lupus or something of the sort, all right? So she's not feeling any different, so she's coming off the program. And she immediately went and did a blood test, right? So after she came off my program, 2 weeks later, when she got the result of the blood test, she contacted me to say she's coming back on the program. Why? Best blood work she have had in 20 years.
Okay.
Because healing was taking place below the surface, but because she wasn't seeing the physical manifestation of it yet, they thought it wasn't working. Right? Healing is a process, and people need to be patient. People need to be patient, all right? You need to deal with the underlying mechanisms that are causing those problems, and you have to be patient. But this is also another important thing, because everybody wants to reach the goal of when the house is fully repaired, right? That's what people want to reach. But we need to be patient to go through the process. And this is why I tell people, this is why my program have the nutritional therapy aspect, where you have to be monitored, and that feedback is required, because I'm not saying all discomfort is acceptable, right? Yeah. But this is why it needs monitoring, because if you are being monitored now, then I will know, because I check, all my clients have this daily questionnaire that they have to fill out, so I can track to see what is going on.
I ain't follow that. Boy.
But that's the purpose of the daily questionnaire, because I need to see what sort of discomfort they are going through to know, all right, this is what needs to be adjusted. And if this discomfort is one that is within the span of healing, or it is letting me know that there is some other issue that is taking place. So monitoring is very important.
I haven't filled out the form per se over the last, this is my 3rd week, right? But I am feeling, I'm not feeling fat, boy. I feel like I lose, like it going down, right? So I was like, I was telling Charlene yesterday, I say, what's significant that I was saying, I say, I wonder if by the end of this week, she said, boy, it's going to take you months. And I said, well, realistically, I know it's going to be months, you know what I mean? Because it takes time, right? Because remember, I was eating any and everything, a lot of desserts, things like that. Now, I must admit, as setters here, there are times during the course of the day, I will drink my little coffee, right?
That's the hardest one of the hardest things to cut. In fact, coffee is sometimes even harder than cutting things like cocaine.
Yeah,
right?
no, I drink my little coffee, milk, and sometimes I put a little evaporated milk. Sometimes I will put a half a teaspoon of sugar. I ain't lying, right? Because I feel for my coffee now, boy, right? And my mother gave me hook on coffee, I was a tea drinker. But then he tell me tea worse than coffee. So, all right. I used to drink it black. I drink coffee black. But I don't know, but these days, it's the diet too now. But I'm consuming as close to
as possible.
Some days I just be on point with what I consume, with what you tell me to consume. And some days I just eat a lot full and I can't make no more. And
that's fine. Right. That's fine. All of that's fine.
The salt consumption, though, I'll abstain with. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Right? But they tell me there's the water I drink, the sunny. Right? But generally, I stick into the diet. Because historically, all now so, I tell you, I don't eat chicken and chips or something, and I give and ketchup and... No, serious, I don't think, but I really serious is wrong. But there have been a couple days, just a couple days over the last 3 weeks, where I kind of stray, but not by much. Right? When I say now, I might have stray, but my straying might be like I eating the lamb, and I feel for a little barbecue sauce.
Right.
So I just take and I just dip it in the barbecue sauce and but I
now,
don't do that all the time.
That
was just one day.
Eventually, you want to correct that, because while sometimes those things might look small, the changes it might have on the metabolic system could be a lot larger. And the other issue is when certain things change in the metabolic system, to correct it, that can take days. To correct. So that's why you don't want to cheat on it. You want to stick to it as close as possible, because sometimes, depending on how the change takes, if it throws the metabolic system onto another system, right, that could take a while to rectify, right?
The one thing I have no problem with is pork belly. God, give me that every day. Right? Give me the pork belly every day. I'm good with that. You understand? I love it. Especially with the fat and thing and just get the flavor. Right. But sometimes, boy, is the prep too, eh? Sometimes we prep now. Boy, I don't know how you stick to that, you know, and you ball it easy.
I find
Right?
personally, I find eating how I eat is the easiest thing. But remember, I have the understanding of it. And I also come from a history of growing up sickly. So I know about growing up sickly, overweight, asthmatic, joint problems, all those things, always going by the doctor and stuff like I know about that. So I've moved from that to not getting sick at all.
At all.
So to me, I can't see myself going back to eating things that had me sick before. Because growing up, you didn't even know what was causing you to be sick. You're just thinking you were just sick because you're just born sickly. But that's not the case, right? So I help people to understand. On my consultation, I help people to understand the root cause of the issue, why they're sick, right? And to know that sickness is not random. And that's what people think. People think sickness and disease is random. There is no random illness. Not because you at present don't know what caused the disease, mean it doesn't have a cause. It all have a cause, just you don't know what caused it.
Well, the other thing I lapse with, I ain't do no exercise since my birthday. But I do one day.
That's fine.
I do one day. And that one day exercise I do, when my body was in pain the next day, that was just last week. I go into there and I go and take a little run and thing.
Right.
But, you know what I mean, to kind of get myself back in a, more stamina and that kind
because
of...
exercise,
not
of
really
course, is a
weight loss.
measure of performance, right? Not necessarily a measure of health. But once you're eating correct, the benefits from exercise increases tremendously, right?
Because
So
the one thing I find, like with my running, my knees and thing, yeah, boy. But I know with the diet here, I go correct all of that.
Yeah, and you could even go utilize cycling. Cycling is much safer on the knees. Yeah, it's much safer on the knees. That's what I do. I would do a little cycling.
Run, cycling.
Because remember, when you're running, you have to take the impacted.
Yeah.
Right? So cycling now reduces the pressure on the joints, right? So you could
I'm going to buy a little punching bag too.
Yeah, all of that.
Do a little some. You understand?
So yes,
Oscar de la Hoya.
So on the last slide, because I have one more slide.
Last slide here, and then because we'll be out of time, but nevertheless, Last slide, let's go.
I want people to know if they're facing any conditions, hypertension, any of those issues, we want to address the cause. And not just only focus on the pressure, because a lot of people are fixated on the pressure, and that causes another issue, which a lot of people panic and put themselves into a state of anxiety. And that causes their blood pressure reading. Every time they go to take it, they start panicking, so your reading always high. So it keeps them in that panic cycle, right? And then what they do, they focus on trying to acutely reduce the blood pressure. They'll go on run and take some kind of home remedy, or then go and start just focusing on pills, and ignore root cause. Root cause is a process. You have to give your body time to heal, but you need to understand what are the mechanisms involved in causing the issue. So you have to focus on that, all right? And this is why I encourage people, come on, book an appointment, come and see me. Let us get to the bottom of your health issues. People, hypertension is an issue because people have it chronic for years. It's not short-term hypertension that is the problem, not acute. It is chronic hypertension. That means you haven't been addressing the root cause for years. For years. And this is where we need to make a change. We need to come educate yourself, get the proper guidance. Go out there, get my book as well. It acts as a good reference tool because it have a lot of information. It even have the information, like with the whole thing with the oils, like we talked about this morning as well. Oil, right? So all of these things, knowledge is power, but knowledge is only powerful when you apply it. All right? So come out there, contact me.
Nice,
and
man.
let's get it going.
Give Seth a call on 279-3935. That is 279-3935 or 761-1952. And get in with the Holistic Health Clinic today. I'm telling you, I'm feeling much lighter, much better. As I've been going along. It have certain things that I ain't do yet, or I ain't consumed to the extent that he told me to, especially my salt consumption, because he did tell me as my body start to go into a different stage, I'm going to need to add salt, right? What you told me about lemons was very interesting, but that's a story for another day. Right? Because that's a story for another day.
We could do that topic next time, yeah?
Because a lot of people say that, you know, they have it that lemon is king.
It's just a donut.
But maybe we could tackle that topic sometime or the other. All right, but you want to contact Seth and start rebuilding your health from the inside out naturally. Of course, you can pick up the book at all RIK bookstores, Amazon, Gumroad for the digital copy, Nelson's in Tobago, and you could call him and get the book 2793935 or 7611952. Fellas, we only have one anniversary, so we might as well do it now. All right? Yeah, sure, no problem. We only have one anniversary, so I wouldn't do that and then come back to do that and then, you know. When you're ready, you let me know. All right, so we're ready with it. So we got one greeting here. We'd like to say 42nd anniversary to Alvin and Deborah Gibson, coming from daughters Megan and Josanne, grandkids Tia, Tariq, Terrell, Tishona, and grandchildren, or great-grand, sorry, Aidan and Aria. All right? 42nd wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, guys, and we do wish you the best on your way to 50 and 60. All right? So with that, people, we got to wrap things up for today. I want to thank Seth. We want to thank Mark Gomes and, of course, Rihanna Telfer. Action Log. Ole, get on board with that. Cooking oil to jet fuel. Let's do the thing proper. And we will be back tomorrow. We'll have Sergeant Greenwich on. We will take a look at that shooting that took place in Trin City where the British national was shot, amongst other things. All right? I want to find out about, hopefully we will get some answers as it relates to the Silver Stars issue with the police from Greenwich tomorrow. I'll give him a heads up on that to see what information he can get so that we could get the information out there in the public, right? Because it didn't look good at all. But until tomorrow, do have a great day. For all the Argentina supporters, careful. Egypt ain't going to be no walkover. All right? And then you have Colombia and Switzerland on tonight. So the World Cup continues. And whether controversial or not, the World Cup has been a World Cup that I think we will remember. We really getting a high caliber football. And I look forward to that high caliber continuing today. All right? I do like the time of the Argentina game. It's starting 12 o'clock. I finish in radio 12. You understand? It's a good thing I ain't living fire. Lord boy. But until tomorrow, people, enjoy the rest of the day. And we will see you.
All right.
All right?
Take care.
Nice one.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargav Ji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ be with you now and always. God bless you all.